So, dear participants, thank you for joining with me. Today, we are going to discuss these two shared topics. You have to deliver your speech depending on the topic. I will ask you some questions and you have to answer them. And after your speech, I will give you your feedback. So, try your level best to speak here fluently and correctly. I think the topic is visible on the screen and my sound is clear to you. So the participant who is ready, please unmute yourself. Then I will ask you some questions depending on the topic. Who is ready? Please unmute yourself first. Your address, Sifat. Yeah, Sifat, you are welcome here. Sifat, are you ready for it?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions from about home. First question for you. What kind of housing or accommodation do you live in?
Okay. I I live in a tin shed house. It is at Dokhin Tontonajamani School Road. My house has three bedrooms, a guest room, a bathroom, a dining area. It has a welcoming neighborhood around. Also, there is a little small yard behind our house, and there's a small garden in there.
Okay. What is the difference between where you are living now and where you have lived in the past?
Actually, since when I was born, I have been living in the same place because this is our own house. But before I was born, my family used to live at Digapara. But then, since my father got his job, so they shifted here. So yeah, I have been living here since I was born. So this is the present home.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
Well, I've been living here for 13 years since I was born because this is the only home. But before I was born, my family were in Digapara.
Do you plan to live there for a long time?
Well, I cannot say anything about the future because I have plans in future. Like if I get a scholarship, I'd like to go to foreign countries for educational purposes. But it has a long time. But that still has needs a long time. So yeah, I plan to live here for quite a long time.
Okay. Are the transport facilities to your home very good?
Yes, the transport facilities to my home is very good because there's a bus stand which is very near my home. You can get there by walking. It takes a few minutes. And not just that, my school and my father's office from my home is really near. We can walk there. It it takes nearly 15 minutes to get there if we walk there. So yeah, the transport facilities to my home is very good because if we want to go anywhere, like when we go somewhere in our daily life, the places are very near. We can go there by walk. We can go there. If we walk, it will take 15 to 20 minutes, or if we go to any car or taxi, then it will take like 5 minutes.
Okay, Sifa, thank you very much for your space. I haven't noticed any important mistakes throughout your space, so there's a positive shine for you. So you stay with me. I will ask you the second topic later. Before that, Abu Bakr Siddiq, please unmute yourself. Yeah, Abu Bakr Siddiq, I think my sound is audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions from part one about home. What kind of housing or accommodation do we live in?
Well, I live in a separated house, like it has 4 stories building, still constructing the fourth floor, and I live in the first floor of my house, and it's like four.
Any problem? Oh, he may have Network problem. Okay, in this case, Norin Apu, please unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum.
Please unmute yourself. Norin Apu.
Hello.
Yeah, you're audible to me. Are you ready?
শোনা যাচ্ছে?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
First question for you. Your first question is, what kind of housing or accommodation do you live in?
I live in a nice kind of apartment. My flat is at 9th floor, but it situated southwest corner. My flat have 3 beds, 1 kitchen, 2 balconies, 1 living room, and 3 washroom. It's situated southwest corner, so sufficient light and air enter my house. That's it.
Okay, thank you. What is the difference between where you are living now and where you have lived in the first?
Can I skip this question?
Okay, no.
Because
How
অনেক
long
difficult,
have
হ্যাঁ,
you
অনেক ব্যাখ্যা দিতে হবে।
how long have you
I
lived?
have been
Yeah.
I have been live here almost 10 years.
Okay, you have to say I have been living here almost 10 years or I have been lived here. Okay. It's better I have
Lived here. আচ্ছা।
okay. So do you plan to live there for a long time?
Yes, I have been lived here a long time, future আর কি।
Or I can say I would like to live here for a long time. Okay.
Okay.
Are the transport facilities to your home very good?
Yes, different kind of মানে ট্রান্সপোর্ট তার উচ্চারণটা মুশকিল।
Transport
Sorry.
facilities.
Transport facilities. Yes, it is a different kind of transport facilities. My house.
I enjoy here. Okay,
house.
that's enough. Okay, thank you very much. Try your level best to improve yourself. And I should say today you have done very well if I compare yourself with you. Okay, so of course you have done well.
Okay.
Abu
Thank
Bakr
you.
Siddiq, Abu Bakr Siddiq, please unmute yourself. Abu Bakr Siddiq, I think it's audible to you.
Sir, I got a text for you.
Any problem?
So just because I am not professional, I
Okay,
would like to try
For your
some classes
network issue. Okay, in
to
this case,
prepare myself
case,
for the.
I would address Tahan. Okay, so Tahan, you are welcome here, and you can unmute yourself, Tahan, if you like. Please unmute yourself. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Are you ready for the topic? Am I audible to you, Tahan? Can you
Sir,
hear my
can you
sound?
hear me?
Okay, yeah, your sound is clear to me. So I'm going to ask you some questions from first topic about home. Your first question, what kind of housing or accommodation do you live in?
I live in Kanusgari at Bogura.
At Kanusgari in Bogura, yeah. You have to give a brief description of your house or accommodation. Is it possible?
Yes, sir. I live in a town that is very digital for us.
Okay. I will ask you another question. How long have you lived there?
This is my bath. I live there for 12 years.
Okay. Do you plan to live there for a long time?
This is my birthplace. I think I can live there forever.
Oh, as it is your permanent residence, so you will live there permanently. That is the reality. Okay, thank you very much to stay with us and to for your space because this is your first day. So I'm really happy whatever information you have shared with us. Okay, now I'd like to address Tahan. Thank you. Please mute yourself.
Oh,
Mahmoud,
I
your speech is finished, so you are mute. I will go to you later if it is possible for you. Then Mahmoud Biplab. Oh, his audio is not clear. So Mehdi Hassan, you are welcome and please unmute yourself if it is possible for you. Mehdi Hassan, who is it? Mehdi Hassan, maybe he's not ready. Sifat, please unmute yourself for a second topic.
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay,
ready.
okay. I'm going to ask you some questions depending on hometown. Your first question, where do you come from?
I come from Bogora city. My house is at Bogora at Jovani School Road.
At Giovanni School Road in Bogura. Okay. What's the most attractive part of your hometown?
Well, my hometown has many attractive parts. Like there are many places that tourists can visit, like Gokul Med or Behular Bashar Ghar, etc. But I think the place that attracts most tourists is the Mohostangor. It's a great place. Yes, it's a great place, a very historical place that there are many things we can see there. It is one of the earliest urban archaeological sites discovered thus far in Bangladesh. The village Mahasthan is in Shibganj Upazila of Bogor district, contains the remains of an ancient city which was called Pundragara or Punabandhanpur is in the territory of Purnabandhara. A limestone slab here in 6 lines in Parkit in Brahmi script recording a land grant discovered in 1931 dates Mahasthangarh to at least the 3rd century. It's a very historical place. Many tourists visit this place because it is very interesting. It has many temples and many places that we can visit. It's a very beautiful place. It is a if someone tells me what is a good tourist spot in Bogota, I'd actually really tell them to visit this place because it's a very good place for them to visit.
Okay. Next question for you. What's the weather like in your hometown?
Well, it depends on the season. Like now, right now it's winter, so it's really cold in Bogota, especially in the morning and at night. It's kind of freezing. It's really cold, and if you talk about summer, then it's really hot. So yeah, it depends on the season.
Okay. Do you know much about the history of your hometown?
Yeah, I do know a little about the history of my hometown. Like my hometown, Bogora is considered the oldest city of Bengal, dating to the reign of the great emperor Ashoka, who ruled India from 268 to 232 BC. When Ashoka conquered the Bengal region, he founded Bogora and called it Pun- Pundrabardhan. This is supported by the discovery of October 2008 of an ancient engraved stone believed to be produced in the Gupta era near Sura Mosque at Gohrajat Upazila in Dinajpur. Bogara Jila has been transportation, cultural and economic hub for thousands of years. In early 800 AD, it was a core place of doing business through the Karatwa River. By 1200 AD, it also became an important geopolitical center for spreading Islam through the Mahastangar. In the late 15th century, it became a statistical trade area by the British East India Company. In the late 7th century, the British East India Company gave control to the area to Nawab and Shatani families, who still are two of the most reputed family in the city. During the independence war of Bangladesh, during the independence war of Bangladesh, the area witnessed the Battle of Bogora, a fierce conflict between guerrilla units of the Bangladesh forces under Sector 7 and the Pakistan Army. So that's all I know about my Bogora. My hometown.
Okay, Sifa, thank you very much for your informative space. You have shared with us actually the real history of Bogora, and our participants have been able to hear it. So thank you for your excellent space, and thank you for joining with me today. And what about the other participants? Mahmoud Biplav, I don't know who you are. So please unmute yourself. And oh, his audio connection is not clear. However, are you ready for the second topic? If you are ready, please unmute yourself. Then I will ask you some questions. Otherwise, I'm going to end the topic, especially the class. Are you ready for second topic, that is hometown? If you would like to say something about hometown, please unmute yourself. Anyone? Okay. In this case, dear participants, thank you to join with me.
Hello.
Yeah, Norina, would you like to say something?
Bhaiya, I said something.
Okay. In this case, I'm
question?
going to ask you the question. Please answer it. Where do you come from?
I am come from Shahjatpur, Sirajganj.
Okay. What's the most attractive part of your hometown?
The most attractive part of my hometown, there Shahjalal Mukdam, Shah Mukdam Mazar and Rabindranath Thakur Kacharbari. That's.
Okay. What's the weather like in your hometown?
My hometown weather is depend on season.
Depend on the season. Okay.
Depend.
Do you know much about the history of your hometown, if it is possible for you?
Sorry, বাংলাতে বলতে পারবো ইংলিশ।
You have to speak in English.
Sorry.
Okay, in this case, thank you very much for the information you have shared with us. Try your level best. I think you'll be able to speak in English, but for this, you have to try, every class. Try to join with us regularly, and I will try my level best to hold the class regularly, of course, on Fridays. Okay. We have another participant. I don't know who is here. New one. Mehdi Hassan. Who is Mehdi Hassan? Please unmute yourself, Mehdi Hassan, if you like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mehdi Hassan. Thank you. I think I am audible to you. Are you ready for the topic? If you are ready, then I will ask you some questions depending on the topic.
Yes, sir.
Okay, first question for you. What kind of housing or accommodation do you live in?
Assalamualaikum. Thanks for offering me to answer the questions. I live in a house of 4 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, and 1 bathroom. That is very comfortable to us.
Okay, it's better to use the washroom instead of bathroom. It's very much formal. So next time, of course, you will mention it as washroom. Okay, what is the difference between where you are living now and where you have lived in the past?
Before, I was living in the village. There was not so much facilities, but in the town there is much facilities where I am living now.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
Approximately 3 or 4 years. I lived in the village.
Okay. And do you plan to live there for a long time? Right now, where you are living, do you plan to live there for a long time?
Yeah, I have planned to set my career in the town and become a great man.
Okay. Last question for you. Are the transport facilities to your home very good?
Yes, the transport facilities to my home is very good because my house is situated beside the main road. that is very useful to me to go to school and privates.
Okay. This is the end of your first topic. Would you like to deliver your speech on the second topic, that is hometown? Are you ready for it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where do you come from?
I'm from a fantastic area named Bogura, which is one of the districts of Bangladesh.
Okay. What's the most attractive part of your hometown?
There are many visitable places in my town like Mostangoth. It is very popular in the whole Bangladesh and the world.
Okay. What's the weather like in your hometown?
The weather of my hometown is dependable on the weather when it is summer or rainy season.
Okay. Actually, the weather varies from season to season. You can say like this way, because in winter we get cold weather, and in summer we get hot weather, and it also
Yes.
varies in other seasons. Okay, thank you very much for your answer. And the next question for you: do you know much about the history of your hometown?
No, I do not. I do not know much about the history of Bangladesh, but I know some few like the Bogra name come from the name of Bogra Khan, and the main history of Bogra like Mostangar. It is
Okay, thank you for your space, whatever information you have shared with us, because this is
thank you.
the first day with us, and in spite of that, you have been able to speak
Thank you.
bravely. So, of course, it's a matter of praise for you. So thank you for joining with me.
Thank you, sir.
And now, who is left? Is there anyone left? No one. Already you have completed your space. So, dear participant, this is the end of our today's class. And of course, our next class will be on Friday at the same time. Normally, I start my class at 10 o'clock. Around 10 o'clock, you will get the link and you can join with me. And before that, I share the topic. So you have enough time to take a preparation on the topic. Thank you very much to join with me. This is the end of our today's class. Good night.